And we're back. We're going to continue, right?
Right or look.
And what we were saying is that so many times, or I have girlfriends whose fellas, they're not necessarily are players, but they still don't quite get it.
No,
you know,
they still want to have something else going on.
Yeah.
Or at least make you think that.
And they've been dating these fellas for a while.
I know.
Esther
they
was
get used
dating.
To
How many years?
8, 9 years, Willie. If we don't have any children by now, we ain't.
I love that. Willie still was thinking, well, we can have babies. She's going, no.
He just doesn't get it at all.
At all.
He doesn't realize that time is moving on.
That's it. I love that.
Yeah.
Time is moving on.
And he doesn't get it. Because she's telling him we don't have, tomorrow's not promised to us.
Oh, I love. So, see, I missed that Sunday night, but you're right. Mm-hmm. So much is passing, and as you listen to them, you realize how much they've lost by this shenanigans and foolishness, but you also realize... Charus, that's right. Whose word was that? Was that his word? Okay, Charus.
No, we're not fooling nobody anyway,
With this Charus.
Fooling around with this Charus.
Yeah, y'all made up a few words.
Words up in there. Especially
really
roses of the liver.
Roses of the liver. I never quite got that one.
Cirrhosis of the liver. She's an alcoholic.
That's right. And I'm looking at all these different things that's
going on in there.
Going on in their lives.
Yes. And it's like an average. It's like an average. It's not average, but I mean, it's sort of like an everyday thing, and it's like you peeping into their lives. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because normal people wouldn't say the things they say,
right?
Or even do the things they do.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
they start fighting in the street. It's so ignorant.
That was fighting outside the bank.
I'm gonna embarrass you right now. Come on. I'm like, no.
We aren't drawing any attention to ourselves. They aren't going to remember that we've been standing out here fighting for the last hour.
It's funny.
But it's funny, and it's provocative in terms of getting you to think about, okay, where am I? How much have I lost from this charus? How much have I lost
from this
junk in my life? When I have missed so much, but there's still so much yet to have if you just grab it.
It's never that late. You are missing some things, but she's okay with that.
Yeah.
She's okay with that. She never had a car, not even a car.
And if that was those little things, and you think, wow, how blessed I am.
Yes.
I was sitting there thinking, these people have never had a car. And I'm
there's some that
about things
they have not had a car.
Exactly.
She's a beautician. She makes a little bit of money. She works for her family. They treat her like a dog. They don't treat her very nice. But she just goes along.
And I do know people like that.
Yeah.
Whose family will take them for granted, take them for granted, and take advantage of them, and they still seem to find some happiness, and that's what Esther did. You know what I really like when he said, "Esther, you're my queen." Yeah. You're a queen, because Queen Esther, I love the name Esther, because she really was.
She was a queen, but she didn't see it.
She didn't realize it.
She doesn't see it, and then she even looks at him and says, I ain't loaning you a dime, Junior. I just helped you cash your check.
Yes, because you have to be lying to me for my money. You can't. And so she doesn't see her own beauty. How many of us don't recognize our own beauty, our own worth, our own value?
That is. It is.
And so this is a great play, Willie and Esther, for families.
Children can watch them too.
You want to give your fella a hint? This will be a good one.
Hint.
Hint. Let's talk after this.
Let's get hitched.
Love it. We need to have a conversation about hitching, if you don't know what I mean. So you have been here this week in Birmingham. You just finished a weekend of Willie and Esther, and you're going into another
weekend of Willie and Esther.
Wow. That's something this is the first time the play has been seen for how long?
20 years.
20 years. And so you immediately, they say, okay, the city says, all right, not enough, we want more. So you're held over by popular demand. I love that.
And we're excited about that.
And where do you go from here?
What? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
We
no problem.
we're looking at North Carolina and or Atlanta. Am I right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we want to do is just get the little small theaters because it's such an intimate little play.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so we just want to do.
And I like the intimate theaters.
Yeah, I like it
small
too.
Theaters. Yeah.
And it's a lot. Let me just tell you, it's a lot of work up there.
I can't
2
imagine.
characters, but 2 acts.
Let's talk about that. 2 characters, and then people were talking around we're here at our station, WAGG and WENN and 98.7 and 95.7 Jams, and we were talking about how some people said, well, two people in a play. I was ready to say, okay, I need to bring my knapsack because this is. And they said, I can't believe 2 people. And it was just moving and fast
moving
and funny. And you are talented. You know you're talented as an actress, as an actor, when you can carry a play, 2-hour play for just 2 people.
2 people. That's it. And not much of a set.
I love the set.
Okay, we have
because we had a
mailbox and a bench. But you know what was so interesting about that? When the director directed us and when we really came together with this play, you have to really, really focus because you walk back and forth so many times. You say, which time is this?
Yeah, if you're standing there, it's only the 2 of you, and you rehearsed this for so long. Okay, now I'm coming back to
what time? Which one is you know? So you got to stay on it because you can go right into something else
easily.
Yeah, because you don't have that many props
to remind you of what comes up next. You are talented. You are truly talented.
That was hard for me, and I'm glad that we kind of got our own little rhythm on it, and we know it. So we won't miss any beats because you don't want to miss so the audience will miss some of the things, you know. You want them to get everything, you know.
Yeah, and there was a lot there, and I was telling some people when I got back on Monday that it's the type of play that I like because it's dialogue driven.
Yes.
You don't have a lot of junk going on, a lot of noise going on. This is a dialogue driven play.
Yeah.
And that's the best kind because that's where using the word to move. Yes. To provoke. I love the spoken word, and I love what you can do with it in the right setting. Right. And you all did a great job.
Thank you so much, Valerie.
Did your work with John Amos and Esther Roll, did that have anything to do with your work in theater? I know you work with them on television.
Well, they came from theater. All of them, you know, and I learned my whole professional feel about the theater from them, literally, you know, professionally. And I used to watch Esther and how she would do her thing, and she's very relaxed. She'd be joking, and when that director says, "Okay, set," shoot, right there,
in character,
know those lines. I'm like, wow. You know, wow.
and for a young girl just starting out, I would imagine that was
and I learned a lot. Helpful. I was very quiet, and I learned. I just listened.
Oh, I love that. We need our children to hear that because if you're quiet and you listen,
you learn. You watch them.
You don't know everything. You didn't know everything.
No, and I remember John telling me that when I first got there. He said, "You don't know a lot here. In other words, don't keep." Listen. He taught me to listen. He told me to listen. And I did. He said, watch us and listen.
And you did, and it really paid off because you are truly a classy, not classic because you're so young. You're a classy lady and a classy actress. Do you prefer actor or act? Some actresses will say, no, I want to be called an actor.
No, it doesn't matter one way or the other. No, actor, actress. Thelma, Bernadette, doesn't care. I don't care.
You know what? There's people who call you Thelma. I'm like, that's not her name.
I don't mind. You know, it's really funny. I'm one of the actresses that I do not mind that. And everybody thinks I do mind that because they saw me on the show Girlfriends.
Right.
And, you know, that show happened to be, she's telling William, no, I'm Bernadette. I'm not Thelma. But I'm really not, I don't care. Call me whatever you like. But just make sure you call me.
I love it. thank you so much for
coming
in and sharing a little bit of the play, your insight about the play with our audience. And now, you want to know where to go to get tickets. Tell them, Thelma.
Okay. Go to the Carver Theater. You can pick them up there. And then there's a website. I have to get that website. Remember that website?
The Jazz Hall.
JazzHall.com.
I remember that from
Jazz Hall. Yeah, right.
JazzHall.com. Or you can call the Carver Theater box office, and they'll give you information about tickets.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, girl.
Enjoyed you. And we'll have to have you come back to our city.
Okay.
You're a native Birminghamian. Am I saying that right? Well, we're gonna
Birminghamian.
Birminghamian.
We'll make it up for you, honey.
Hey, like
Charouse.
Charouse.